So we now know that a stirrup that has a forward-facing characteristic is preferable. A stirrup that opens at the top is preferable. Secondly, and along the way, the upper arch of the stirrup. Traditionally, in horseback riding, our stirrups for centuries, the arch comes up and around very naturally, the nice big natural arch. I've looked at that for years and said, I wonder why that is. Well, I think it's because that arch is open to that shape and size because there's a second way you get caught in a stirrup, and that is when you're mounting the horse. As you mount the horse, if the horse bolts before you can get your leg over, you don't get caught by your little toe. You get caught by the toe of your boot. And if this arch here is nice and broad, you have a better chance for your boot to clear and not be caught in that secondary dangerous condition. If you notice, go to Google, look up equestrian safety stirrups, you'll notice that the aluminum stirrups and some of the plastic stirrups, the arch at the top right here has been intentionally narrowed. It's no longer an arch, it's starting to be more like a triangle. This is the standard of the industry. This nice, big, beautiful arch right here. When someone narrows that arch and makes it more of a triangle and does it intentionally, that could have legal implications. Let's talk about some legal concepts within the horse industry. There's three primary. One, horse activities are considered dangerous on their face. Two, no one can enhance the inherent danger associated with horseback riding. And three, and this is the broadest point, if they do, they knew or should have known that they enhance that inherent danger and they will be liable. Narrowing of the top makes the stirrup more difficult to get away from. I don't think I would buy a stirrup with a narrowed top. And I suggest you add that to your knowledge base and make that consideration at the tack store. Let's discuss some designs that might not be working in your favor. There are some stirrups out there that are safety stirrups, and they have sharp spikes in the tread. In fact, the inventors are advertising, we have sharp spikes in the tread. Well, let's review. A safety stirrup is supposed to expedite your exit from the horse in this dangerous condition that could cause injury or death. Let's get away from the horse, and the spikes are saying, I want to hold you into the horse. What? What? They're putting something to hold you in the horse and at the same time let you get away from the horse? I don't think that's a good idea. I don't even know what they're talking about. So you might want to add that to your knowledge base and avoid that conflict. Sure, if you want sharp spikes in the tread, go ahead. You run the risk of being kept in your horse when you want to get away. But if you're buying a safety stirrup, that's not what you want. Add this to your base. When you go to get a stirrup, when you go to get a safety stirrup, use your common sense. If you like what you hear and it makes sense to you, then you can take that wall of French spaceships and bring it down to what is functional and helpful for your safety and your riding comfort. Now let's look at our stirrups. Our biggest selling stirrup from MDC is the MDC S Classic. This movement at the top here allows the stirrup to pull down and face the front. We've talked about the benefits of forward-facing stirrups in safety. They're not aggressively trying to capture your foot, but they're also more retrievable. And interestingly enough, this little bit of shaping to the front takes pain away in your knees specifically, but also throughout the entire leg. Now let's look at the star of the day, the MDC SuperSafe Stirrup. Right here. First thing you notice, it's got the forward-facing design. I have a question for you all. Is there any positive benefit from a stirrup that lays flat against the horse's side and returns to that flat position when lost? I'm waiting. There is no benefit. Having a stirrup flat against the horse's side has no riding benefit. In returning to that position has no riding benefit, but a stirrup that's shaped slightly to the front has all the benefits of position, comfort, retrieval, and safety. So that's why we have this design, that's why it's so popular. This hangs open as we've talked about. Now let's look at the two stirrups together. Here's the original, the S Classic. Here's the Safety Stirrup. Let's take a look. I offer that they're exactly the same. Maybe a millimeter here too, but they look the same in the ring. This is the invention. I'm going to tell you something. It looks easy. It's not. It's also expensive. Let's put this down for a moment. Here's the MDC SuperSafe Stirrup. Boom. That's all there is to it. I jest when I say that's all there is to it. There's an awful lot to this stirrup. This took 9 months to make, professional engineers in the United States, and here it is. Closure. Okay. We've already asked ourselves, what is the customer going to look for? The first thing in the store they're going to look for, is it beautiful? Can I wear it in the hunter ring? The answer is yes. In fact, during the year 2022 at the medal finals in the East Coast, 4 of championships were won in those medal finals using the MDC S Classic. You'll see the running S, that's our patented product. The next thing is, we have a very nice wide tread pattern on our stirrup. It's high traction, but not overly aggressive. When you want to get away from the horse, you don't want anything holding you in. You want to get away, but this is high traction. It's got a very nice base on it that's more comfortable, gives you a better base of support, and keeps your foot in place again without keeping it there should you need to get away. Our first release will have 3 sizes of stirrups, 4.75, 4.5, and the Pony 4.25. Next year we'll bring out a 5-inch. Obviously, people that wear a 5-inch stirrup are larger and weigh more than people that wear a 4 1/4 type stirrup. With that in mind, and using a magnet as a closure mechanism, we have fine-tuned our 4 sizes to coordinate with magnets of different strengths. So each stirrup that you get will have a fine-tuned magnet pressure so that the release pressure to get you away from the horse is tuned toward the projection of what the rider would weigh. This is what you can get now. We're releasing it in 2025. I hope you'll give it your consideration, but more than that, I hope you take the information that you learned today, apply it to your knowledge. You make some decisions for yourself. Don't let that room full of people that sells products tell you what's safe for you. Try to do it for yourself by what you've learned today. Our goal is to give you the benefit and knowledge of separating salesmanship from horsemanship. I hope you've learned something here. I hope you've taken this in. I look forward to everybody enjoying the new model. We appreciate your time and your loyalty to our products over the years. Safe riding. Thank you once again.